Alright, so let's have a chat. I've been watching other videos and really trying to pay attention and figure out, okay, what's the best scenarios for me? And when I'm talking about scenarios, I'm talking about how shall I prepare for future content, whatever's coming up. This is the NA version, so of course Japan is months ahead of us, and they kind of give us a chance to figure out, okay, how do I want to set up my Keyblade, or how do I want to, whatever, how do I prepare for the content that eventually will come, including the medals, the everything, the skills, all that. So I decided that I would try my hand at making a video of how I am going to prepare. Maybe this will help some others as well. Whew, bless me. Crazy. Don't sneeze until you're about to make a video. The next thing you know. Anyways, so let's start with deals. Okay. So, from what it seems like, there's already been a leak, and people have realized that HD Namine is more of a bait because HD Xion, is it HD? I believe HD Xion is coming. So a lot of people are saying don't spend any money on HD Namine because she's a copy medal and she's only tier 5. And to some extent I do agree with that. But really, when it comes to picking HD Xion or HD Namine, what it comes down to is what Keyblade do you have maxed out, or what Keyblade do you use, or what do you have that can help support the medal? Because as we know, when it comes to damage, Keyblade is important, the medal is important, and the skill that you put on the medal is important. So right here, if you look at what I have the Divine Rose. Okay, so technically an HD Namine, and I actually do have one. She's just not guilted or anything. I pulled her and just left her alone. I threw a defense 4 on her because I needed to copy a defensive medal for the Hades Cup. So she actually was phenomenal in that. I actually really appreciate her and might even pull her to guilt her just because of that. She can come very handy. But you see the slot right there is a 2.90. And so that right now is cool, but not too helpful, because the best reverse speed medals I have right now, Kier 3, Sephiroth non-boosted, Illustrated Xemnas, Zigbar, or Zaldin. Don't even have Zigbar in a decent space. This medal's not guilted, Rika's not guilted. So really hoping that within some of these pools that I take for HD Xion or HD Namine or whoever, or Boss Xion, whoever comes up, that I get some duplicates because they're greatly needed. I don't want to use all my Mickey B's on these. But that being said, knowing what's going on currently in JP, there's 2 medals that I really would want to see in the slot. One would be Axel EX, which I definitely don't have, or even Boss Xion. Knowing how strong they are, seeing videos, watching videos of them, it would actually make a lot of sense for me to go ahead and get some more Namines to throw her right there so she can copy that medal. And then when it comes to boosting, or when it comes to figuring out, okay, how to get the most damage, have Kyrie. I also can throw in, the new key art to help buff, debuff, whatever I need to do. So that slot 5 in this Keyblade is very helpful. Namine can be very helpful when it comes to that, because she will do, if I guilt her and take her all the way up, she's doing 2.9. So I'm doing a 2.9 and a 3.0. Where that would be helpful would be in the Coliseum. Now, it might not necessarily be helpful all the time, but the Coliseum is actually it's a pretty feisty place to really try and and I mean, get top 1,000 or top whatever, but getting top 1,000 in high school musical, really, in the Coliseum, that's going to set you up for better skills, more skills, sometimes more gems. So if you make that your focus, or if that's something as an advanced player, someone who's been playing for a while, if that's your goal, then depending on how high your Divine Rose is, you know what? HD Nominate might be a pretty good idea to get. Let's see. Moogle of Glory, I don't have it that high. So here, I believe this Keyblade will get to like a 2.7. So maybe if you have a Sephiroth EX, okay, well, guess what? HD Nominate can copy that. So that could be a pretty good gamble right there. She won't do anything for the Sleeping Lion. Counterpoint. I'm not sure what the stats are when they get higher, but I would guess she's still pretty decent here. It just matters, if you're trying to debuff or what. Stroke of Midnight. As this gets higher, because I actually have not raised it at all since 25. Okay, once. Depending again on what you have. Like I have SP Ansem, and he is Gilted. Extra power. He's a fantastic metal. I absolutely love him. So again, if I really wanted to, I could use him there. I could definitely use HD Nominee there, and she would do great. Fenrir wouldn't do anything for me. Dark Gnaw wouldn't do anything for me. Starlight, she could copy the end of a metal for me, and that might be helpful. Or she could copy something at the beginning. And Three Wishes. Three Wishes isn't really even worth mentioning. So that's HD Nominee. So I'm going to go ahead and just stop the video there. And then I'm going to put up one against HD Xion, because I don't want these to run too long.